Despite the stigma surrounding Walmart, their Straight Talk and Net 10 cell and data plans are the best value in the industry. Now, I've been a Straight Talk user for about 3 years with different phones, and currently I'm using the Samsung Galaxy Proclaim, which is the phone I record all my videos with on this YouTube channel. So it's really good quality. You pay $45 a month with Straight Talk. Unlimited voice, text, and data. The data actually is about 1.5 to 2 gigabytes a month with a cap on that. It seems for some people that's kind of a gray area. What it really comes down to is do not stream a lot of long videos while on 3G, just like you wouldn't on your Verizon plan, because they also cap you at about that too. Then they'll throttle you back on the data if you exceed that. I never have. And I watch several minutes of YouTube video on my phone every day. Just be aware of that. You can view all you want on Wi-Fi, but check out your 3G usage. And I use a great app called 3G Watchdog to monitor my 3G usage to always stay well below that. You can surf all you want on the net, and that does not dig into data. It's incremental surfing the web. So again, it's $45 a month, people, unlimited everything. Walk into your brick and mortar Verizon or AT&T store, they're going to charge you over $100 a month. They'll throw you a little carrot giving you a free phone, but break out your calculator and see how much value that $400 phone is when you're paying over $100 a month as compared to paying for a phone up front and paying $45 a month for unlimited. The cool thing is Straight Talk uses Verizon and AT&T towers. Now in the Northeast I get better reception with Verizon, so I choose a phone that's served on the Verizon towers. In my case it's the Samsung Galaxy Proclaim, and in a minute I'm going to show you how to tell which phone is served by AT&T or Verizon on Straight Talk. In the South and the West, I hear that you get great coverage with AT&T. Now you can spend $400 to $650 through Straight Talk by getting a Samsung Galaxy S3, or they are offering the iPhone 4 and 5 now as well. However, this video is for the budget-minded Android user like myself who paid $150 for my Samsung Galaxy Proclaim, which is now $100. So I'm going to be reviewing some phones in the $100 to $150 range during this Labor Day weekend 2013. A lot of you heading back to school, so I'm going to break it down for you. The Samsung Galaxy Proclaim, you see that in the lower right corner of the screen here. It is running Android 2.3.7, which is not the latest Android 4.0, but it's darn good. The Galaxy Proclaim is the 3.5-inch screen. It's on the small side for an Android. But it's got a 1 gigahertz processor. Now, I'm going to talk about that a little more because that is a fast little processor for $100, okay? Now, you'll notice the red map in the lower part of the screen. That is the Verizon coverage map. And when you see this red US map on the Straight Talk phones, that's telling you that Verizon is serving that phone. That service is provided through Verizon towers. Okay, so when you see that red map, if you're in the Northeast and coverage is spotty sometimes with AT&T, look out for that. If you're in the South or the West, it's, from what I understand, not so much of an issue, and you can look into some of these Huawei phones or even the Samsung Galaxy Centura next to the Proclaim, but let's check out that next. So just to the left of the Proclaim, you see the Samsung Galaxy Centura. This is at my local Walmart. It's for $100. It's got the latest Android 4.0, same size screen, but note it has an 800 megahertz processor. So the Proclaim is actually a faster phone. The older phone is actually faster. The phone that I use, 1 gigahertz compared to 800 megahertz. So you've got a more updated Android version, but it's a slower processor. Me personally, I'll take the older Android version and give me the faster phone. That's me personally. For the same price, I mean, that's a no-brainer to me. In the top row, you see the Huawei. Now, these are Chinese phones. Again, the Samsungs are Korean, and these Huaweis are really making an impression on the market now. They're both offering the Inspira and the Ascend Plus are both Android 4.0. The Ascend Plus for $150 has a 4-inch touchscreen, a little bigger than the others, and a 1 gigahertz processor. So that's probably a pretty nice phone, people, for $150. You know, if you wanted to do a step up from the Proclaim, or even the Huawei Inspira has a 1 gigahertz processor, and with the updated Android version for the same price as the Samsung. Now, I know more about Samsung than Huawei. You know, it seems like a half-decent phone from other YouTube reviews I've seen. On paper, the Huawei Ascend Plus is a nice phone. 1 gigahertz processor again, 4-inch screen. Now, the Samsung Proclaim, one thing I have mixed feelings about is the size of the phone. It's a very small phone. It's a very sleek phone at 3.5-inch screen. It fits in your pocket great. I mean, just buzzing around town, you hardly know it's there. But, you know, doing stuff like playing Minecraft Pocket Edition, which I do quite a bit, you know, it is kind of small. I do use swipe texting with it, with Swift Key keypad that you can get on the Play Store. So that makes texting pretty easy, but I wouldn't mind a little more real estate on my phone. And it seems like the Huawei Ascend Plus at 4 inches would give you that for an extra $50. So I'd have to say, if I were going to make a decision today on any one of these phones, I think I might take a chance on the Huawei, because for $150 I'm getting the latest version of Android, a 1 gigahertz processor, and I'm going to follow this up with a video on how to keep your phone running fast with some tips for these Androids, because that's really important to keep your phone running fast. But 1 gigahertz is a pretty speedy little phone as long as you keep your apps down to a minimum and keep your synced services down to a minimum, as well as things like GPS and Wi-Fi. But I might take a gamble on the Huawei. But even to this point today, again, Labor Day 2013, the Samsung Galaxy Proclaim, people, for $100 is a great phone. It really is. I mean, you use the Samsung Galaxy Proclaim next to an iPhone, and I have. And quite honestly, I mean, I love Android. You know, I mean, I really buy into the whole Google thing. So, you know, Google makes this operating system, and it's just a great product. One last thing about customer service. If you walk into your brick and mortar Verizon or AT&T center, you're going to be speaking with a real sales rep. Customer service is pretty lame with straight talk. You're going to be connected to a person on the phone in Philippines or India. The trick to use to get through to customer service that I actually use on all kinds of services, including my web hosting with GoDaddy, for example, is when you get on the automated voice system, punch through as if you are a new customer, not an existing customer. You'll hear the prompt for, you know, press 1 if you're an existing, 2 if you're a new customer. Always act, people, like you're a new customer, because what these companies want is new business. Once they already have you, they don't care about us as much. So act like you're a new customer, get through to a rep, then mention your problem. But if you're tech savvy and know how to follow directions, it is no problem to get up and running with a straight talk phone.